Hello, it's been a long time, hasn't it? Today I want to talk about this room. The biggest debate I've always had with myself is whether I like or dislike change in my life. Fortunately, I've always felt comfortable with the situations I found myself in. Always was in the same school, always had the same groups of friends, and even though I once moved house, I think my 8-year-old self was too excited by the prospect of a bigger house, which meant I could probably get a puppy, which I eventually did. Although at the same time, however comfortable I was, I craved change. I wanted an interesting development in my life. I think that's probably because I was too invested in fantasy worlds like Harry Potter and Percy Jackson, and my head was always in the clouds when it came to my life, because my life seemed too normal and I craved some kind of adventure. I believe I finally got that when I moved out of my house and went to university. With that came moving into halls and being forced to live with strangers and share space with them for 10 months. I was so excited while I was packing up my things and saying goodbye to my hometown, because it was finally time to do something I'd been looking forward to for years. When I finally moved in and I watched my parents drive away, it all hit me how much my life would change. And the thing is, I've always associated my feelings with the physical place I was in when I felt them. So when I returned to a certain place, the feelings I had when I last was there returned, more so in the form of a memory rather than actual emotions. I'm not making any sense. But as the days approach to when I will actually have to move out from this room, I realize that this can happen with this particular space, because I won't be able to return to it. And that just makes me very emotional, because when leaving a place, I always relied on the fact that I could return to it and feel the same one day. However, realizing the finality of the situation I am in right now is a huge weight on my soul. My flatmates always tease me for making things too deep, and to be fair, their voices are kind of echoing in my head right now. Oh yeah, the strangers I was going to be living with, I mentioned earlier, they all turned out to be very good eggs. More than that, actually, they all turned out to be wonderful people, and I am very happy to not only be able to call them my friends, but also my family. They really made this year exceptional, and I couldn't be more grateful. I could spend hours talking about what these people have come to mean to me, but I think they already know that, and that's enough to me. I'm only making this video to encapture the feelings this room holds, because I know I won't be able to come back to it, or to them. When I first moved in here, I knew I had to make this space my own, because a number of different people had inhabited it before me. So putting up photos, posters, all kinds of trinkets made it feel more homely and me more at ease. But now this homeliness is what's making it harder for me to leave it behind, to pack up my things, take down all the photos, lock the door and leave it forever. It's all the little things that made this room feel like home to me. This bed was far more comfortable than I expected it to be. This view that I woke up to every morning helped me get out of bed, and every single day I looked out of my window at the forest, taking it all in, and at the people walking about. These lights that I put up in February made me feel calm before going to sleep, and they also made my room the perfect space for DMCs at 3 in the morning. This room has seen a lot of DMCs, and not so much DMCs. It's seen silent tears, and its walls echoed loud laughter. It heard me playing my guitar, and, well, badly most of the time, until the early hours of the morning. It heard yelling and soft whispers, and it saw me stressing over assignments and exams. At times it was messy, my mind was messy as well. But the times it was tidy meant I could focus and think better, and my mind was a little less messy. All in all, this room saw me grow up a little bit more into the person I am one day going to be, and change both mentally and physically a bit more. My accent changed. I have bangs now, and a few more piercings than I came here with. I also think I believe in myself a bit more now. I don't think I fully realized how short my time left in this room is until I wrote all of this down. I know I have to leave and move on to bigger and better things, namely a house, but I don't think I'm emotionally ready yet. I think that shows from the fact that I refuse to start packing. This video will go up after I go home, back to Athens, because I feel like I need to enjoy the time I've left here. I need to allow myself to feel emotional while I'm here, because I'm not going to have this again. I still have 2 years left of university, I'm not leaving yet, but I don't think anything is going to amount to the time I spent in this flat, in this room. This flat in general has seen a lot as well. It's seen us, me and my flatmates, rolling around in its corridors, drunk out of our minds in the early hours of the morning, or curled up in blankets watching trashy TV. The kitchen was messy and dirty about 90% of the time, but the times we actually cleaned made up for all of it. It's seen quiet and messy pre-drinks. It's seen birthday parties and pizza parties and dance parties and loud laughter and all good things that come with good company. I know I'm gonna have to leave this space that's given me so much over the past 10 months, but I really don't want to. I just hope whoever ends up in this flat, in this room, this coming September, has as good a time here as I did, because the time I spent here, I wouldn't exchange it for anything. And the fact that I am as content as I am 5 days before I move out, right here, right now, makes me really feel at ease, and I think will help me step out of the flat door with a smile on my face instead of tears in my eyes. And I couldn't be more grateful for this.